Hi, Aries. It is your girl, Alex and Samantha. Samantha F. This is for you, my beloved. I am doing an Aries reading for you, girl. Okay? Well, let's see what the cards have for my boo-boo. Ooh, Ten of Pentacles. Good card, good card. The Hermit in deep thought. Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. The Courage card, the Strength card, High Priestess, and Four of Cups. I just heard, don't rock the boat. Don't tilt the boat over. All right. Knight of Swords. With your mouth. Okay. So the Knight of Swords is dialogue and communication. And the Four of Swords, yeah. Okay. So, okay, let me continue to put cards out. Let me put cards out. Okay, so Ten of Pentacles is wanting it all and having it all. It has everything to do with long-term investments. Your intuition is right now kind of giving you information. Nine of Wands with the Hermit. Let me just put the cards out and then I'll hold them up. Two of Swords, Empress, Knight of Wands, Devil, Ace of Pentacles, yeah, Nine of Swords, yeah. So what I just heard for you, Aries, specifically, is be very, very careful not to talk yourself out of a financial opportunity. So the High Priestess and the Ten of Pentacles. So that kind of says to me that right now, it feels like something is in development that could have positive long-term potential. Okay. With the Nine of Wands and the Hermit card, you right now are starting to think about, starting to anticipate how much effort this new opportunity is going to take. Okay. Two of Swords and the Five of Pentacles kind of says to you, maybe you feel like you don't have the time, you don't have the energy, you don't have the wherewithal. It's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to be a lot of time. I don't know if I'm willing to invest that. I don't know if I want to do that. Universe is like, listen, I don't care what's going to happen. What it's going to take. I kind of feel like your good nature, good cheer, positive attitude, positive vibe, it's what's needed to infuse the energy of this process. Okay. The High Priestess and also the Nine of Wands, whatever this is, does have the potential of moving very, very quickly. Well, you got the Four of Cups and the Devil. Yeah, this could kind of shock you in a way. I do kind of feel like it's almost like that buying a house or buying a car, right? You make these very big, deep financial investments. I know for myself, after I purchased my home, day 2, I was like, oh shit, what did I just do? Right? Because you see that big, long 6-figure number next to your name and you're like, how am I going to pay this off? How am I going to do this? Right? But I think that's where the universe is saying, listen, this is going to be tough. Courage and strength is going to be needed, that we can do it, that cheerleading, that, whatever it takes to infuse this situation, to nurture, to grow, to fertilize this situation, to help it grow and expand. Kind of feel like, unfortunately, Aries, that's going to fall in your lap. Okay? I do kind of feel like there could be people around you who could be nervous, right? Angels are also saying, too, your confidence is going to be key. But I do kind of feel like there could be unconfident people around you. And it kind of feels like birds of a feather flock together. As in, if everybody around you is feeling a little skeptical, feeling a little unconfident, that could in some way rub off on you, which is why the angels are saying, listen, we don't care what you have to do. If you got to take confidence pills the night before, remain confident. And angels just said again, birds of a feather flock together. So if you are exuding a lot of confidence and strength and power and support, that could help to rub off on everybody else around you. Okay. The Knight of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles to me just kind of feels like that continuous support and encouragement. Like, hey, team, this is going to work out. Hey, it's going to be okay. Hey, we're already in it. Let's ride it out. Let's ride it till the wheels fall off. The Knight of Swords is almost like just doing it, right? No pain, no gain. Wayne Gretzky says you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So I do kind of feel like, especially with you, Aries, with you, Samantha, you are Mars, okay? And Mars is the gladiator who rides in, or Mars is the one who shouts, charge, right? Oh Lord, amongst the Spartans. Sparta! Oh God. Here we go. So we got the Nine of Swords and also the Four of Swords. So I just read a quote the other day that says, you only fail if you don't try. Okay. So I kind of feel like right now, a lot of people around you could be frozen with fear. And it's going to take your hard Martian, go-getter, strength, fortitude, and courage, Aries, that says, not on my watch, bitches. We ride at dawn. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to clarify and get more flavor. Ooh, look at what just fell out. The universe did it for me. The Four of Wands, that's success. Okay. Two of Swords. Two of Swords is almost like being in denial, or um, it's almost like when your mind fails you, you have to default to your intuition. So for a lot of you, Aries, I would definitely say partner with your intuition. If your intuition says go left, then at the next light, bust a left. Okay. Your intuition is going to be very vital. Your intuition is going to be very key. I do kind of feel like your present physical human environment is looking a little bleak. It's kind of looking like, hey, are you sure you want to do this? But energetically, intuitively, universe is like, I know. Queen of Swords, should I cut my losses now and just go home? Well, let's see what the next card is. The Fool. With the Empress, yeah. The Fool is brand new on their journey, so that kind of says to me that you're venturing off into the great unknown. But the second person the Fool meets on his journey is the Empress. Okay, that mother figure, and the Fool is a child. The Fool is um um the Fool is like without information. The Fool is brand spanking new. The Fool is green. The Fool does not know anything about anything. But this first person he meets is the Magician. The second person is Mother, right? So I kind of feel like, again, for you, Aries, and this is a weird freaking position for a lot of you to be in. But I don't necessarily feel like you're going to have to be mothering per se. I just feel like that nurturing maternal courage, that go get 'em, that you got it, that cheerleading or whatever it is going to be what's needed for this particular situation. Yeah, you're going to have to act quickly on something, but I feel like when you act quickly on something, it's going to leave you feeling very, very, very insecure. Okay. You got the King of Pentacles there, which is financial stability, security, um, you know, a financial goal achieved. Please don't hit the floor. Thank you, Moses. Another card that fell out. Page of Pentacles, you could have some sort of financial support or financial backing. Angels also said too, Alex talked about the purchasing of a home. If this is related to, because I remember, Samantha, you told me about, your venture, you skirted around it, but that Page of Pentacles kind of represents maybe a financial investor or some sort of financial or bank support. Okay. And then next to that is the Knight of Swords with the Ace of Pentacles. So closed mouths don't get fed. If you need support, Aries, if in order to make this successful, in order to achieve whatever this a stability goal is, you actually may have to talk to someone about some sort of financial support. There's the World card, something coming to a close, and in the end, the Emperor. So I do have the Empress here on the table, and the Emperor, that just kind of says that this is going to complete full cycle. The Emperor definitely is you, Aries, right? That Mars card under the Emperor is the Judgment, which is you and your cousin Scorpio. Okay, so I do kind of feel that's what this is. Because Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto. And Mars, again, is, shoot first, questions. What questions? Right? Then Pluto is soft all the way in the corner of the universe, just waiting to metamorphosize the situation. Okay, they said no to you. Okay, Pluto, I'll come in and change that to a yes. Okay, so I kind of feel like, and I heard a long time ago that Aries was also ruled by Mars and Pluto as well, but I think most popularly, you guys are ruled by Mars. Okay, so I kind of feel like what the Strength card is saying, use both of those aspects. Maybe take a page out of Scorpio's playbook and saying, yeah, we're charging forward, but is everybody okay? Has everybody gotten a great night's sleep? Is everybody eating their vegetables and drinking their, chai tea or whatever it is, right? So it's almost like, Aries, you're going to have to play both roles to make something a success. Okay? And let me grab my Moonology cards. Yeah, you do have the Emperor, the High Priestess here twice. You have the two fastest moving knights, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. It's almost like you're gonna have to keep everybody on the same page. You're gonna have to keep everybody motivated. You're gonna have to keep everybody focused on what the end term goal is. Because that makes sense. My angels just said, instead of herded cats, you're gonna have to herd some ducks. You're okay. Ooh. Expect powerful change. Now, as I held this up, I heard that's a new moon eclipse. I heard this is outside of your element, right? As in, for most of you who resonate with this reading, you're used to charge and everybody charging. You're not used to, hey, Donovan, your shoe's untied. Tie your shoe, man, and pull up your pants and where's your. You're not. You may be used to that nurturing and being in that nurturing supportive role. But again, I kind of feel like you're going to have to come outside of your normal selves, Aries, to make sure everybody gets across the finish line at the same time. All right, 2 cards fell out. The answers you need are coming, and the final climax approaches. So this kind of says, maybe I think the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, Page of Pentacles. I thought I had another page. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, and then I have the Emperor and the Empress, right? So when we think about the Emperor and the Empress, they're the Emperor and Empress over the empire, okay? And they are managing a bunch of kings, queens, knights, and pages. You see what I mean? So I kind of feel like when you think about the Emperor and the Empress over their empire, okay, they have people in positions, and rightfully so, but also at the same time, when those people in their positions, maybe they're new to their position, maybe, they want to change up the position, right? That's where the Emperor and the Empress kind of step in to ensure that the empire is still kind of quote unquote running smoothly. So again, I kind of feel like some of you could have to step outside of your role, maybe take that dual role again to achieve some sort of goal. Look. Adjustments are required. Yeah. As in, however you're going to move forward doing this, you may have to just pivot and tweak it a little bit. A new romantic cycle approaches. That's a Libra card. That's new moon in Libra, which kind of says to me, in the end, things will balance out. Your heart will feel happy. Look, I can't make this up. I might be a little psychic, maybe. I don't know. Conclusions are which look. Another that's Sagittarius. Okay, so again, balance. Aries is like, go, right? Then you're going to have to be like, go, and then be like, okay, y'all okay? Did everybody eat? You know what I mean? Whatever this situation is, Aries, you're going to have to play a dual role. And again, the objective is to get everybody across the finish line. Okay? So don't play the dual role and be like, damn it, why I gotta keep telling you to pull your damn pants up, Charles? You know what I mean? Like, don't get caught in either one of those roles. This is a weird message I just heard from my my dog is scratching on the door. This is a weird message I just heard from my angels. This says even a locomotive, right? As those wheels are turning, the bridge that holds the wheels is up and down, right? So it just kind of feels like there's going to have to be a partnership, right? Whether it's two people or just you, Aries, that duality, you're going to have to use both sides of your personality, both sides of your heart, the love part, the discipline part, the strength part, the vulnerable part, until whatever this situation is comes to a close. I hope that helps. I love you. Bye.